Hello, I'm Dr. Albanese, and today's health video is about allergies, specifically how different foods can affect your response to seasonal allergies. Say, for example, pollen. Some foods will increase your response to pollen. Other foods can help to minimize your allergic response to pollen. So we'll talk a little bit about this today. We'll give you some lists of foods that can affect allergies positively and negatively, and that can help to at least put you on a path to help minimize your body's natural allergic response to pollen. So how does this all work? How does this interaction between food and sinuses and pollen affect you? Well, it comes down to histamine. Histamine is released from the cells when your body is entering into this allergic response. You breathe pollen in, and it could be mold, it could be ragweed, grasses, but we're just going to say pollen. When you breathe pollen in, your body is going to have this response to the pollen, and histamine is going to be released from the cells. Histamine is what causes the runny nose, the watery eyes, the scratchy throat. So there are foods that trigger histamine, there are foods that have histamine within them, and there are also foods that are antihistamine type foods that can help to minimize that response. Now, there's also a natural forming compound called quercetin, and we mentioned it on our video about allergies and supplements that can help with allergies, because quercetin is a natural antihistamine and anti-inflammatory compound. So this is something that will help minimize your body's response to pollen. So let's talk about different foods, how they interact with your body, and how they can impact your response to seasonal allergies, or in this case, pollen. So let's talk about some of the foods that contain histamine. Some of these foods are aged cheeses, sauerkraut, soy sauce, processed meats like luncheon meats, hot dogs, bacon, foods like that. Kefir, kimchi, miso, tempeh, tuna, mackerel. Also a big one, alcohol, beer, wine, champagne. These are also foods that, for the most part, are inflammatory. So they're going to increase your body's inflammatory response to pollen. Now, there are also foods that trigger histamine. Tomatoes, spinach, avocados, strawberries, eggplant, citrus fruit, chocolate. These are foods that trigger histamine, so they'll enhance that allergic response. Now, it doesn't mean you can't eat these foods, but minimizing them, or yes, eliminating them, will help your body's response to when it's confronted with pollen or any type of allergen. Now, foods that are just overall congestive to your sinuses would be alcohol, refined carbohydrates, so boxes, bags, cans, food that comes in those containers, anything that has refined carbohydrates, aged and fermented foods, high sugar foods, snacks, drinks, food that has a lot of sugar in it, and of course dairy. Dairy, be it milk, cheese, ice cream, yogurt. Dairy is very congestive to the sinus passages. It's also very pro-inflammatory. So it's going to increase your body's inflammatory response to, again, in this case, pollen. Now, on the flip side, there are foods that are decreasing your histamine response and that contain quercetin, or can help to minimize your body's allergic reaction. So let's take a look at some of those foods and see how we can help the body respond better to pollen. Now, some of the foods that are high in quercetin would be red onions, apples, grapes, kale, berries, cherries, broccoli, capers, asparagus, green and black tea. Foods that have a natural antihistamine response or effect would be garlic, ginger, turmeric. Turmeric is a very high anti-inflammatory compound as well. Bell peppers, strawberries, citrus fruits. And one thing that is also very helpful, now let me backtrack a minute. You'll see strawberries that have antihistamine effects, but also can trigger histamine. They, depending on how much you eat as well. So they have two different roles. Now, something else you can do that can be very helpful is intermittent fasting. Basically, eating a meal and then increasing the time between that meal and not grazing or eating, and then eat another meal. The reason why you want to expand that time between your meals is it gives your body a chance to clean the system out and put more energy towards addressing whatever the irritant is, like pollen. So intermittent fasting can be very helpful. So I hope this video gives you a little bit of insight into some of the ways from a lifestyle standpoint you can counteract or decrease your body's response to seasonal allergies. Share this video with folks you know, pass it along. You never know how you can help someone. So I look forward to speaking with you next time. Until then, have a great day and be well.